Hello everybody, welcome to today's tutorial and today's video. In this video, we are going to be looking at flyer design with Alight motion. Okay, flyer design with Alight motion. And the first thing we are going to be looking at is selecting colors, how to use color or how to choose the right color to use for your project. Right, so we are going to be going straight into that. Then after that, we create our background, then we create a flyer design. All right, so talking about colors, colors are pertaining to the brands that they represent, right? The color speaks for the brand. And however, most beginners they find trouble in mixing colors and designs, and most especially even choosing the right color to use. So in this training, we're going to be looking at how to, pick colors. Easy trick. You don't need to brainstorm about anything. You don't need to think too much. All right. However, in this course, we are going to be, uh, you know, doing a flyer design for crypto, and also we are just going to be picking a color for crypto brand, right? So we don't know, let's just assume we don't know the right color to use. Then you can just go over to Pinterest. So you download the Pinterest app. If you don't have it, the Pinterest app is for you to find design ideas, right? It's for you to find design ideas. You see many creators have posted flyers in on Pinterest, right? For you to, craft out your own or gain some inspiration, right? So we have dozens, thousands, millions of designs on Pinterest. So I think we just have to go straight to what we are here for. We're going to come over to the search button over here, and then you click on search. Then we're just going to be searching for um flyer design for crypto. Alright, so we are here and we can see the colors they used for this brand, right? So if the brand you're working for, if they don't have your specific color that they want you to use, you can come over to Pinterest. But if they have their color palette, you can go ahead and follow theirs. However, now we are here to pick out the colors. We are not here to copy the design. Copying the design is very, very wrong, right? We are here to pick or select the color to use. All right, and however, you can also gain inspirations in the way they design theirs, right? So let's see. Okay, I think this is more captivating, right? They use green, and we can see most of them they are using green, and you can see some using gold, like this over here, using gold, and we can also see green here. And you can see green here too. Okay, and we can also see purple, right? So let's just keep. Okay, this is also purple. We have green. I think we have to go ahead to use the green color, right? So we are gonna be, let's just pick a particular design and download it, right? So let's just keep searching. Okay, I think let's move out and see. All right. Okay, so let's just be downloading this. Okay, this was made by FY, right? So let's see if you can download another one. Green, 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 green. Okay, so let's just stick to that. So we are going to be going to our Alight Motion app. The app is going to be available for you to download. I'm going to attach the link to download it, right? Okay, now you come over to the projects side just to add this plus icon to create new project. So we are just going to be naming this crypto flyer design, right? So you're going to be leaving the size at 1 by 1. All right, so if you want, there are many sizes that you can use, and however, if you are not following the sizes that are here, if you are not following all the sizes, you can just come over, you know, you can come over to this side to select the size, to choose the size that you want to use in this project, right? So for now we just want to use the square size. We're just going to be clicking on 1 by 1, right? Then we need our background to be in transparent over here. So we have many backgrounds, so we just want to leave it to transparent. So create project. All right, we are in Alight motion, but this place is empty. The project panel or space is empty. So for it to add elements in there, so we just have to click on the plus icon over here. The plus icon over here. So click on it. Then the next thing you want to do is to click on this triangle over here, right? So you're just going to click on it, and then come over to this three dot icon up here. Then you click on three dot icon, then tap on stretch to composition area. So what happens is it fills all the areas in the design. So what we want to do is click on the add button again, then come over to media. Then we can see our design is here. So if you cannot see your design, you can, or if this is the wrong folder that you are searching for, then you can click over here to change the folder selection, right? So when you click that, is you come over to this place, pins. So you can see you have your folders here, so you can just select. So the element you want to bring, or the image you want to bring, is in pins, right? So I'm just going to click on pins, then add, right? So we have our design already in here, right? So what we want to do is we want to use this color for our design, right? So this is just one way out of so several ways of selecting colors for your design, right? You don't need to stress yourself, although there are manual ways to do that, to select colors, but this is the way that works. You just have to be smart about it. So what I want to do is create the background. All right, so we will come over to color and fill over here. Then we select color picker. Oh, I think I have this, so you're just going to be switching this on. Don't worry, you're going to see it. So we just have to, let's say, pick a particular color. We don't want to pick this darker part, right? So let's just pick something in between the lighter part here and the darker part here, which is this. All right, so we have successfully copied the color, right? We have successfully copied the color. So what we want to do next is find out varieties of color from this color, right? So what we want to do is add, right? So you add, then repeat the process, copy this color, right? So come over to our color mixer down here. So click on the color mixer. So here you can see different colors to use. So now this is how you mix colors. After you've copied your color, then you can now come over to the color mixer. So over here, you don't need to touch this transparency. We just want to work with the brightness and saturation, right? So this is the saturation side. This is the brightness side, where you want it to be dark or where you want it to be light, right? So want to make it a little bit lighter. You can just tweak it anyhow. There is no particular rule to it, so you can just make it lighter and make this, right? So we can use this basically for our text, right, or part of the background, right? So let's just duplicate this layer. So if you want to duplicate it, you have to come over to this side. This place, it looks like the copy icon with the plus icon with it. So come right, then you see duplicate layer, then we duplicate the layer, right? So we can just move it and select another color, come over to the color mixer, and then pick other colors, right? So we can just pick this lighter color. So we are increasing the saturation, right? Now we have this. All right, so we are going to be, so we have three colors here. So don't make the mistake of using so many colors, or else your design will be overwhelmed, right? So we just want to maintain um we just want to maintain just particular uh just one color. Then we have varieties in that color, right? So that's what you want to do. Keep it simple, right? Okay, so we are going to be moving on to the next thing. We have selected our color, then we want to create a background and the design layout. All right, so let's move on, and we are just going to be hiding this. Then, okay, we want to create our background, right? So I'm just going to be leaving this. Then, what I want to do now is create a shape, right? So I will increase it, right? So now if you want to move your the element, you can come over to the move and transform to right here. So click on it, then over here we click it to increase the size. So you just want to increase the size. So we want to increase the size. So this is not the color we are using, so we want to make use of this color over here. Then you click on add effects. So click on add effects, and we want to select our Gaussian blur, then increase the blur size, right? So if we increase the blur size, you can just reduce it a bit, and then what we are doing is creating a background, right? So we are creating a background for a project. So I can just come again and click on the what do I call it, the shape, right? So let me just repeat the action. So I came here to click on the plus icon, then the shape, then move it below, right? So I just want to increase the length a little bit. So all right, so I think I should just leave it white, right? Okay, now this is the layout. So we can have our informations right here. We can have the maybe the number, or the what is it called, we can have the numbers of the brands, of the brand, right? Or we can have the social media handle, maybe Instagram or Facebook, right? So we can have them here. All right, so we want to have the logo. So the logo is going to be at the top right. Yeah, so the logo is just going to be here. So let's say the logo can be white, just to show contrast versus the side. Although we are going to be writing something there, we are not just going to be leaving it empty. Okay, so now we are done with creating our background. Now let's just design the flyer, right? Now let's bring in the model we want to use for this project, and also I'm going to be attaching the PNG to this video, so you can have access to it and do your practice, right? So you click on media, And then our logo, sorry, our model is not in this pin. So what we do is we come over to pins, this that six icon, right? So I just want to look for the model. All right, so here is the model we're going to be using. Then I just want to reduce it. All right, so I'm just going to be bringing the background, sorry, our picture, right? So let me just put everything in place, then bringing a picture down, right? So I'm just going to be clicking on these two to bring it down, right? So you can reduce this a little bit. Okay, so now let's just add our text. So this is the text here. So we're just going to write trade with us today, or let me say trade with Perry today. Right, so want to everything is in the middle, so we want to ensure alignment. So you're just going to be clicking over here to make sure it's aligned, well aligned, right? So alignment is going to be at the middle. So we're going to be I want to use poppins, right? So I want to use poppins. So I'm just going to select white for the color, then take it up, then I'm going to increase it. All right, so I'm just the text I think is too far from each other, right? Over here is too far from each other. So down to the I want to reduce that. I want to reduce the space between them. So I'm going to click on add effects and text spacing, right? So I'm going to reduce the line spacing because the lines their space is too long, right? So okay, let me show you how I go to text, how I saw this. So if you click on add effects in the text panel, you can just search for line spacing, right? Or let me see text. Okay, so then you can click on text spacing, right? Not line, sorry. So when you click on text spacing, um you are going to reduce the line, or if you want to increase it, you can increase it. Can you see that the line is going far apart? So that's not what we want to do, that we want to reduce it. So you make sure you reduce it, right? So we reduce it. All right, so now I think that's all. That's for the text. Now let's move to the logo. All right, okay. So now I want to edit that logo. So you click on edit shape. Let me show you here. Edit shape. All right. So the size, we want to reduce the size, and then no, okay, and then the radius, we're going to reduce it to. All right, so can you see how that is? So we want to make sure that um we have our grid that we are following. So let me just turn on the grid. So you come over to the side and click on the grid, then increase it. To 135, right? All right. So let's just leave it right here. Okay, so we are just going to be adding the logo, the name of the company, which is Perry, right? So we're going to be clicking on Poppins board, right? Poppins board. So we're going to be making use of black, because if we want to add it on this, so it's going to show. So you cannot make use of white text again, because it's not going to show. So click on Perry. Let me see. I think we should change the name of the brand. So let me say Perry Pills. So name Perry P. Trade with Perry Pay. Yeah, Perry Pay. That's a lot more interesting. All right. So now let's just change this to also to Perry Pay. Okay. Now we are going to reduce it. All right. Okay, so I think we have so the next thing we want to do is also add another want to come over to this side to add the, what is it called, to add a logo, also I mean icon, to add the icon, and then to add the number. So we are just going to be looking for the number, the uh icon for calling. I don't know, maybe this is okay. Oh my gosh, it doesn't show the image. All right, let me see. Oh, can I see this logo? I think it's black. So if I'm searching it like that, aha, right? So I might not see it. So that is one, and this is two. One, two. So click on that. Then I'm going to reduce this. So let me just reduce this WhatsApp. All right. So the calling, I'm also going to reduce them. Okay, I think we should just leave it to two numbers. All right. Okay, so let's just add a WhatsApp number. We can say +234 or 080, because I'm from Nigeria, so we use +234. So let me just use 080. So for contrast, let me change the what is it called, the color. So 080, I can just input my number 62068899, right? That's for WhatsApp. Then I want to change the no, let me change it to regular. Can I find regular? Okay. All right. So I'm just going to reduce it a little bit. Guys, Alight Motion will actually automatically arrange your text for you, right? So I just want to shift this over to this side. Then I'll duplicate this again, then bring it over to this side. All right. So I want to make sure I'm slow with this so you can understand. So I can just say 09144556789. So let me count the number 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. So it's complete. So all right, I think I should make this a little bit far away. Then all right, so let me just group this number together, this and this. So you come over here to group any elements together. So you can see it looks like there's an icon there that shows grouping, so we are just going to group them together. So click on it, then we can move this icon together, right? So we just want to add it somewhere here, right? So also we are going to be grouping the calling number and the and its icons. We're going to be moving them also, right? So we want to copy both of them too and then group it again, so we can make sure it fits at the middle, right? So let's just reduce it a bit. All right, so we have successfully created the flyer, but there is no element that is showing trading, because I think we should add coins to it. I'm also going to drop that in, in this in the tutorial. I'm also going to drop in it the link to it so you can download it. All right, so you can just add some uh elements to show, so you can just add it here, then duplicate it again, and then let's reduce it a little bit, and also add it here. All right, so we don't want to get things complicated. It's not compulsory to have all the elements around the design, so make it simple. All right, so this is we are done with this. Let's just make some little adjustments to our flyer, then we are done. Just a little touching might really help your design. Just a little touching can help your design. All right, so let's just group this together, the logo, and all right, so make sure it's aligned. So we don't want to put it at the middle, so let's just leave it here. And also we can reduce the logo. All right, so thank you for watching. I want you to implement this. So you are going to be sending your this flyer to me. When you create yours, you are going, after watching this, you are going to be creating this on Alight Motion too. All right, and you are going to be sending your reviews and how this video has been helpful to you to the group. All right, so we can just watch over this design. Let's look at some things in this design again. I think, okay, let's just increase the size a little bit. So send your reviews and send your designs, the one you have implemented. So only those who have done the design will be collecting gifts from me, special gifts from me. So if you've done your assignment, you are going to be receiving a special gift from me. Just do it. So knowledge, the power of knowledge is not in knowledge, is actually in its implementation. So when you implement knowledge, then we see the result. We are done. We are done. Right. So what we want to do is go over to export our design, right? So just come over to this side. Where is this arrow? Okay, come over here to export our design. So we're just going to click over to that side. All right, then click on current frame as png. Alight Motion is basically used for videos, so you can export when you have videos, right? So you export your design as video where you are making a motion, right? So and also current frame as png, right? So we can export our design. So we have exported this design. All right, so what we want to do next, in the next video, we are going to be animating this flyer. All right, we are going to be animating this flyer. So we are going to see in the next video. All right, so if we're just going to close this, then we'll see in the next video.